I herald this beginning. I herald this pod. I herald still scrolling. That was sweet. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good news. I have returned from space and the space-time continuum, and I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is I have returned. The bad news is we're going to have to give up Stefania to become the devourer of worlds. We tried to negotiate, but didn't work out.
It was too high of an asking price. What was the asking price, may I ask?
Oh, it was a perfectly low asking price, actually. I was like,
okay.
This is great. That's pretty good.
All right, yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. That's fine. That's cool. I could chill on a chair for a while and eat some planets.
Oh,
hell yeah. I would take the job.
You would take the job?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're Galactus, that means you can never eat a cheeseburger ever again. You will never have money.
You will eat a cheeseburger. Just
how?
I would promote.
Extremely tiny when he eats the Earth or whatever planet, Earth, for example. Like he can have every single type of food, cuisine, all at once.
All at once? You're not tasting individual spaghetti noodles when you're Galactus.
You don't know that? Maybe he's got some pretty sensitive taste buds.
Here's the thing. Galactus is a capitalist. He's going planet to planet, just pillaging them completely, destroying them completely. Rather than making this a mutually beneficial situation for everybody involved. What he should do is maybe add 2 or 3 heralds and have them all seek out the finest cuisine on these planets. And the herald's job is to whip up the populations of those planets to start cooking.
Wait,
and everybody
so
stays
you're
living.
saying Master Chef, but on a galactic scale. That's what you're pitching right now.
Correct.
Okay, we need to stop. We need to cut.
What happens when he runs out of planets? What happens when he runs out of planets?
Billions of planets? I think we're good. I think we're fine.
What happens? Okay, I'll do you one better. What happens when the herald meets a young, hot dude with a heart of gold that decides to learn her language and show her that, like, hey, there's always a choice. Okay, yes, you saved your planet, but you doomed others. Help us. And then convinces that herald to essentially make the sacrifice play in your own destruction. What happens then?
What happens is you kick him in the face, and then you push your boss into a portal. Like, what the... Anyways, welcome to Still Scrolling. I'm one of your hosts, Justin.
I am Derek, the other host, one of the 2 hosts that hasn't abandoned the podcast to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Gosh.
And leave. I'm just kidding. We're so happy for you, and that was very cool that you did that.
It was wild. Oh wait, Stefania, introduce yourself.
I am wait,
Are we bad at this?
I'm on 50% fuel right now, but I am your other host, the future voice actress herself. Hi, I'm Stefania, and I was in a hot booth for 16 hours this weekend recording stuff.
Yo. Okay, a hot booth. Whoa.
It was pretty warm in there. Now, I don't know what kind of hot booth you guys are talking about, but it was pretty warm in that studio.
Dang. Okay, Stefania, can you give us any information on what this project is?
Yes.
Are you in the next A Court of Thorn and Roses audiobook? Is that it?
Oh God, here we go,
I
Ken.
wish.
Jesus.
But no, I'm not. It's not an audiobook. It's my friend that I've known for, I think, 4 years now. He wrote a script. He took 3 years to write this script. It is a series. It is called The Tormented Wolf Boy, I think. That's the name of it.
Okay. Are you the wolf?
No. He is a wolf. I play the I guess the love interest. I voiced her.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's these
So it was a hot booth.
but um but it was pretty it was pretty cool. What? What?
Wait. There we go. Thank you. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so it's a really great script. He took 3 years to write it. I read all of it, and I was like, damn, this is actually like really good. And it's basically like kind of like it takes place in the late 60s. And it's, a boy who becomes a werewolf. Yeah, your classic like 50s, 60s monster movie kind of thing, but it's a series. He wanted to do an actual like filming of it, but because we're limited to like budget and resources and stuff. Eventually, one day he hopes to do that, but we decided to do he decided to do an an audio drama instead. So. He's hoping to get the first 2 episodes out in October, hopefully on like full moon days. That's what he told me. But yeah, we got a great cast. We had so much fun this weekend, and just like I'll be posting some behind the scenes content that I took. Either today, I think later today and tomorrow, like all this week I'll probably have some stuff. But yeah, it was really fun. We got a recording studio in Brooklyn. And recorded there.
Brooklyn. Isn't Spider-Man from there?
Queens, bro.
Oh,
Queens,
sorry.
bro.
I was
Dude.
thinking
Cap is
of
from
Captain
Brooklyn.
America. I'm sorry.
Dude, revoke your Marvel card, bro. Revoke
Oh my gosh. Wait, should we skip to that story right now? Or
Why'd you go British? Because of Tom Holland?
Okay, I've been doing a British accent all weekend. Like, it's actually crazy. But I kind of go back and forth between like doing. Usually when I'm with my friend, we do British accents for like fun. I don't know.
Oh.
It's kind
I
of
wonder
like
how long you could keep up the British accent.
I could do a British
we
accent
do
for a
this
long
entire
time.
pod in British accents?
I could.
She can. I'm not going to try that.
Derek, come on, bro.
I could.
Give us your
Te hablo en
best
español.
British accent.
No, el episodio entero te lo hago en español.
Yes.
Ok, está bien, vamos.
He's gonna like
Dale.
insult us and we won't know what he says.
Oh,
No, hablamos de... No. Hablamos del Hombre Araña, dale. Tom Holland.
I don't know what you're saying, but no habla
¿Te gusta el
inglés.
disfraz?
No
el
habla
disfraz
inglés.
nuevo, ¿te gusta? ¿O no te gusta tanto?
Sí, yes.
Sí.
Yeah.
¿Qué es tu parte favorita del disfraz? ¿Cómo es?
Oh gosh, I don't know what he's saying.
I
It's
think he
like-
called
¿Qué
you.
piensas del culito de Tom Holland en el disfraz?
Sí.
Don't answer that.
He just said
Zendaya?
something very inappropriate to you.
No, okay.
Aw.
So most of it was fine, and then at the end, I was like, "What do you think of Tom's ass in the costume?"
I said
That's why I was like, "No, that's."
I said sí.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks
Okay,
tight.
I guess we're already to go into the stories. We have so much to talk about today, but I guess let's talk about, while we're here, the Spider-Man set photos. Number one, have you guys seen it? Have you
I
seen
have.
it?
Oh,
We've
but
all seen the
also-
same pictures, right?
Yes, but also I want to point out that what's his name? John Bernthal was filming in Queens this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for the Punisher. Maybe, I don't know. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
wanted to point that
Punisher
out.
special.
Punisher, yeah. Yeah, I saw some photos and video of that. But Spider-Man, yes. He's in Glasgow. They turned Glasgow into New York.
Yep.
I did see that too. Okay. So, if you guys didn't hear, Tom Holland debuted a brand new Spider-Man suit this weekend. And a lot of the internet has opinions. A lot of people really like the suit. But mainly, I was getting torn up over this on threads for no reason. And I don't know why. Okay. If you didn't hear, Spider-Man and the Spider-Man accounts unleashed a photo on their YouTube account where they show the suit and Tom Holland's doing a little bunny hop, right? And then they released a bunch of sets of brand new things and stuff like that. This is all filming in Glasgow, just like Stefania said, and stuff like that. There's pictures of these web shooters that are like a mile high long.
Perfection.
Very homemade design, etc., etc. I like this action shot. But guys, what do we think of this new suit? Is it thumbs up or thumbs down?
I call it a thumbs up because one, the colors on the suit are awesome, and the colors kind of remind me of Andrew Garfield's suit. And I love how that people were saying this, but I could definitely see it as well. Oh, he's picking a wedgie. Speaking of Spider-Man's ass.
If you guys aren't watching this on YouTube, you're missing out.
Yeah. So it's like a blend between Toby's suit and Andrew's suit. It's kind of like he took inspiration after seeing them in No Way Home, right? It was like, guy, he's probably like, I love these guys. We went through so much together. I kind of want to keep a part of them with me, and kind of like an homage to them, put both of their designs in one suit and created this. And I love it. I think the web shooters look great. I mean, this is just it's a practical suit. I assume they're going to do some more stuff with CGI, but it looks fantastic just how it is.
Interesting. Derek, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it looks good. I think what Stefania was saying, the homage to Peter, and I was going to say Peter and Peter. They're both named Peter. To Toby and Andrew. I think that homage is really cool. It's like I try to get into like Tom Holland Spider-Man's head thinking about it, and it's kind of like it's just practical, right? Like, shit, I got to make myself a new suit. Oh, wait, these guys have suits that were not like mine at all. They were homemade, home stitched or whatever. So it makes sense that he would look to them for that inspiration. It's giving Tobey Maguire more to me, but with Andrew's spider. Obviously, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean that's okay, right? I like a smaller spider on the chest, and I like the chunky spider on the back. So I'm grieving the loss of that. That's for sure of my preferred spider preferences. I love the web shooters though. I like the fact that he is.
All of his forearm is a web shooter.
Yeah. I like that. I like that he's a broke boy, man. He doesn't have that Stark tech anymore. I like that.
No nanotech shit.
Yeah, it helps land the responsibility side of great power, great responsibility, right? Because it's like, yo, I'm barely surviving. I'm barely eating food.
Yeah.
Right? Look at my big-ass web shooters. You know they're going to get damaged right away, right? Like the minute he fights a halfway savvy criminal, they're going to just bust his web shooters up. So that's going to be interesting to see.
I promise I'm not a hater. I promise I'm not a hater. I promise. I'm not feeling this suit at all, guys. It looks off. And maybe it's stealing too many other Spider-Man designs for me to fully like it. It almost feels like, I don't know, a hodgepodge of ideas. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like Derek said, you have the style of spider on his back that reminds me a lot of Andrew Garfield. You have kind of this like the belt and the waist and like the red part of the stomach area is very Andrew Garfield. But at the same time, I don't think Tom has that slim enough build for it to look right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kind of just makes it look like a crotch arrow instead. You know?
Yeah, it's not slim enough. It's height. He's not long, like tall enough.
Yeah, Andrew's tall.
Yeah, I think
Toby
you need
too.
to be lanky a little bit. Like, or at least like one more couple of like spider squares of stomach area. I don't know. It just looks like a giant crotch arrow. You know, like, and I get it. And it's like he stole the stuff that he liked from Andrew Garfield, but it just doesn't look right. I love the Homecoming suit. And I'm very confused why we never go back to that suit. It's
I
like
have to bring it up and like compare it because I got to see side by side.
The Homecoming suit? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring up another image.
I think people are also forgetting too, or sorry, I think people are starting to realize too that these practical suits need the post-production work on them.
Yeah.
So I have seen I've seen a few people really not like it, but I haven't seen like complaints like there were with the Superman suit where it's like, oh, it's wrinkled over here, oh, it's this over, blah, blah, blah. And then in the final movie it doesn't look like that at all.
Yeah.
Same thing with Daredevil. They were making fun of his chest, right? Because it was like puffy or whatever, and it was because it was like the stunt suit, right? So like I think people are starting to at least get the hang of that and understand that this isn't the final suit, appreciate it with that context. I'm just glad we're back to practical suits, to be honest. I think the motion capture suits were fine for when they first came out, but okay. That's the Homecoming suit.
You know what the Homecoming
really
suit
like the
reminds me
Homecoming
of, though? You know what it reminds me of? It just reminds me of, like, the cosplay suits. Like, no raised webbing. It's just, like, flat design.
Oh, the morph suits.
Morph suits. Yeah, spandex suits, Lycra. That's what it reminds me of. The only things that stick out are the spider and, like, the web shooters he has and maybe, like, all the black on his shoulders, too. That's what it reminds me of. Whereas, like, this new suit, he's got the raised webbing. You have, like, the big web shooters, and, like, it just looks like a classic Spider-Man suit. The eyes are the same as how he's always had them, or they've changed maybe a bit. But, like, yeah, it looks more like a Spider-Man suit to me. Like a classic Spider-Man suit.
Interesting. But you see how
You're talking about the new one.
What?
You're talking about the new one.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't hate it. I think I just have to get used to it. Or maybe it needs that little CGI oomph. You know what I mean? Because there's just not enough web squares in the new one. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't like the way it like undercuts his like chest. You know, it just looks like a crotch arrow. That's it.
It's very I think it's very I remember as a kid trying to draw Spider-Man and not being able to because I'm a talentless hack. No, but I remember not being able to I remember not being able to draw Spider-Man because of the web design, like the pattern, and like it's almost like his suit is very much like not uniform, right? Like you can't just mirror one half of it and the other half is going to look perfectly the same and look normal. The Homecoming suit and all the other suits look like that because they were almost like machine fabricated because they were Stark Tech. This new one looks more like it's not a machine fabrication. It's literally that, right? The Homecoming one, again, those black bars, I'm just realizing those black bars are probably the circuitry and all the like electronics and the computer stuff that's inside the suit, right? That you don't realize it at the time, right? You just kind of accept, oh, hey, it's a suit. But then you start to kind of overthink it, and you're like, why the fuck would Tony Stark put the web design on there in the first place? You know what I mean? Like why are we branding?
Spider-Man. He likes
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tony Stark's closet, come on.
What do you mean? Okay, I feel like the Tony Stark hate is getting out of hand. Let it. I want to say on this podcast for the record.
Okay, go ahead.
That I think we're taking for granted this Spider-Man's connection to the MCU. The reason why Sony can't just exhume him from the MCU because he's so connected. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. I think part of the reason why this phase of Marvel is so disjointed is because nothing is connecting. There's no payoff or reward for the amount of time that we are investing in this franchise anymore, right? But Spider-Man pays off every single movie. There's always going to be a connection to the MCU or the wider universe, or his perspective is important to the wider universe. And the suit reflects that. And I really appreciate that. But hey, whatever floats your boat, you know?
You're right. No, you're right. And I brought up Tony Stark more as just kind of like logically speaking, why would he do that? You know, like, hey, I don't want to endanger a teenager, but I'm going to help him brand himself, right? But you're right, though. I think the Spider-Man trilogy, the connection to Tony Stark, everything that he's been through up until this point is essentially his new origin story, right? They traded Uncle Ben for Tony Stark and Marissa Tomei, obviously. They traded that one death for like 3 movies worth of stuff that is happening to him. And then now they've set the slate clean. Only he remembers all of that. And now he's moving forward as a broke boy, depressed, sad, guy, which is great.
Why does everyone want Spider-Man to suffer? I don't
because
understand
it helps land his responsibility, his power,
It's
right?
growth.
Like, hey,
Okay.
anybody else would just go rob people, go be rich, go live a normal life, but this man is choosing to live in squalor and help the citizens of New York instead.
We have to stop making Spider-Man suffer.
Well,
That's why he's not growing. Let him grow.
he has his suffering moments, but then he like overcomes them, right? And that's his growth. It's all about like finding, like getting to a low part and then finding your high, right? So, I think with what they'll do with him, I think it'll be great. I think it'll pay off pretty well. But I do want to go back to the suit because I'm looking at comic designs of Spider-Man, and I don't know, Justin. It might just be you that think it's just a crotch arrow.
Oh,
We have to
okay.
probably play the Law and Order theme because that's kind of given. That's what it's given.
Listen,
Because
no, you can't.
listen. Yes, I put it on you because I'm looking right at the designs from the comics of Spider-Man's suit, and they all have that like crotch arrow that you're talking about. That's just how Spider-Man's suit is. And I looked at the suit and I did not think that. That was not the first thing
And
that
I
came to my
don't
mind.
like it.
And I never
don't
thought
like
of that.
The crotch arrow.
You're the one that thought it was an arrow to the crotch. I mean,
Listen,
it also could be, it also could be, I don't want to be like inappropriate here, but it also could be that like sometimes they have to CGI a little more in that area because they can't really do much practically with, tucking in, using a dance belt. So that might be why you probably think, because it's kind of just like, I don't want to be inappropriate, man. you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Is this podcast marked as
Tom Holland
explicit?
has a huge penis, is what,
Whoa,
okay?
whoa.
Now it's marked as
whoa.
explicit.
Listen. Shame
They
on
had
you,
to do
Jay.
it to Namor. They had
And that's
to
due to
remove
Tom
that.
Hiddleston too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
So-
they? I
Yeah.
just
So
What do
that might. So I guarantee you're gonna probably like the suit more after post production in the final cut of the movie, because I think it looks
like
great.
an arrow. It looks like a crotch arrow now.
Yeah.
Because they need to, do the proportions a little bit different.
Yeah, like look at that. That's a skinny. That's skinny in the middle, and then like it's what. That's how Spider-Man's suit has always been. It's like almost like a belt. That's how it's supposed to look.
But I think there's a difference between like real world a person wearing this and the drawing. And I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it
That
just
looks like
needs
an
some
arrow.
more red. Some like more red right here, more red right there. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Okay, give him some web wings while you're there too.
I wonder if there's a suit that Justin just loves and has no complaints about. Not Spider-Man, just any like superhero suit or something. Is there one
that I have zero complaints about?
zero complaints
Well,
about
I
from
like the
beginning of
Fantastic
production to
Four.
the end?
I like the new Fantastic Four suits. I think they're really inspired. I think they're fun. That I love from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't fuck up the Hulk, but it's kind of hard to fuck up the Hulk.
The Hulk is CGI'd, bro. They don't actually have a Hulk.
Okay, I don't think Thor has had a bad costume.
You liked every one from beginning to end, like when like
I'm
set
trying to
photos
think.
came out and to like post production final cut.
Yeah, I think they nailed it.
I don't think
straight
it's
from the beginning. You know?
I don't think it's hard to mess up like because Thor's costume, you have people going to like Ren fairs and making stuff that look like that. It's very easy to make look like
just
stuff.
armor.
But they
armor,
made
it's
it
armor,
like
yeah.
spacey, like
Yeah. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's not hard to really mess up or not make look good.
Yeah. Black Panther, that's a good one. The first, I mean, all of them really, but the
Yeah.
first Black
The
Panther suit was
first Civil War
dope.
The
suit,
Civil War suit.
they hit gold, and I don't know why they made it like a bodysuit. Like, okay, the difference between Civil War Black Panther suit and there's a shot in Infinity War where it's like a side view of Chadwick Boseman, and you could just see the suit ripple around his neck. And I'm like, "Ugh, that's just some polyester, man. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
I
looks
just
good.
don't want like
Yeah.
that Civil War suit. Perfect. I don't
It's the
understand
same
why we
as
didn't go back to it.
it's the same as T'Chaka's suit in like the flashback scene.
Oh,
So hard. It's
that's
so
a good
nice.
suit. That's
I
a
get
good
goosebumps
suit.
just thinking about that scene. And now thinking about it too, I would love to see a Black Panther suit with like the collars, the like bomber jacket style kind of.
Ooh,
Oh, like his cape?
Okay.
No, I think he sometimes has a cape when he's
Yeah.
wearing it. Yeah, but it's just like kind of popped up. It's like a jacket style. I don't know how to explain it. I'm doing a terrible job. But
Yeah.
that would be my like wish list comic suit, on screen suit for the next Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm looking at both pictures from Infinity War and Civil War. It's like going from like screen printed high quality, like you
Right.
got some like raised edges and stuff like that, to like a lycra suit
Yeah.
that you'd buy
Yeah.
at a
And
cosplay
that's-
site.
That's how I feel about Iron Man in Infinity War. I
It's
hate
all.
that
It's supposed to
suit.
be like nanotech. Like I'm sorry, I'm tired of this nanotech. It's not.
Y'all are haters.
Well, so it's like you kind of have to start making things more practical now, because like while this is
Right.
like a fantasy world, like it's not actually real stuff, right? We kind of need that, go back to that connection of like real worldness, where like, oh, we can relate to this kind of thing, or like, oh, I can practically see this existing in our world too.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Yeah,
that's what
it's
it
like
is.
it's like the time travel suits in Endgame. They're fake. They're
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
they're fake.
yeah, they're not
Yeah.
real. And it's like
Yeah.
when people found that out, we were like, "Wait, they were fake the whole time?"
Yeah, and now you
whole
watch it and you're like,
time?
oh,
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
actually wearing them, or
Or-
they're not actually all there walking together. It's like all filmed separately.
yeah.
Wild.
It's like what happened with the Volume, right? Where they were like, oh, this worked so good for Mandalorian, and then they started just doing it for everything. And they realized, oh, okay, maybe this isn't as refined and as great as we thought it was. Like, it's not this just like boilerplate thing that we can use for every project. I think they're starting to realize that with suits now, where they're like, okay, let's not just CGI it all the time. Let's get rid of the nanotech and start going back to a more practical approach.
Speaking of a more practical approach, have you guys?
Here we go.
What? What do you think
don't-
I'm gonna say?
We had it was like an ongoing theme while you were gone, because it's very obvious when I'm doing segues. So now that's all I could think of whenever a segue is happening.
Oh, my bad segues.
Our bad segues, okay? Both of us.
All right.
I have not yet to test out a segue.
Okay, Stefania, would you like to
I would-
segue into our next topic?
Well, I don't know what the next topic is. 'Cause
No, this is fun. Fun.
okay,
What do you
so
think we're gonna talk about?
Practical. Speaking of practical,
Speaking of,
Speaking of practical solutions, this is a bad segue. Anyways, Fantastic Four. Have you guys been paying attention to the box office? Because it is coming. Its second weekend. Stefania, how? What is your guess on what the second weekend drop of Fantastic Four is?
I don't know the exact number, but I know it was like an 80% drop.
Oh, okay, Derek.
I've heard different. I heard that it only dropped 4%.
Really?
Get out of here. Get He's just doing a meme. Get out of here.
I have to do the
Oh,
4
damn.
joke.
He did that last time too with 4. Like, you were
Stefania's like, oh
top
my
4.
god, 4? That's fantastic.
I wish it was 4%. It's actually 66%.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay,
That is
that's pretty rough.
to put that in perspective. Superman dropped 53% in its second weekend. But 66? That's oof.
How much did
okay.
Jurassic World drop?
Jurassic World. I don't have Jurassic World in front of me, but I do have the Marvels, which did 78%. Brave New World, 68%. Ant-Man Quantumania, 70%.
Damn.
Thor Love and Thunder down 67%. And these are just the second weekend, right?
Yeah.
So if the higher the drop, that means people walked out of that movie theater and were not singing Fantastic Four's praises, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a little worried about the MCU. But I think it's a problem of their own making because they didn't have to release next to Superman. So, Derek, are you worried about the state of the MCU after this 66% drop?
No, I think it's a good thing. I think
What?
yes, I think the box office in today's day is a metric. It's a legacy metric that's still important.
How much
But
money
not
a
a-
movie is making is a legacy
Yeah.
metric?
It's still important. All right, don't Fox News my words here. All right,
What?
it's still an important metric, but it's not the end all be all anymore. I think people nowadays, even if they're fans of the genre, fans of the MCU, whatever, they're broke. People are broke, and other people out in the world are annoying. So you combine those two things, and people are gonna be like, I'm gonna stay home and I'm just gonna wait for streaming, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. I'm not gonna put up with going outside into and then into a movie theater just to spend $50 to watch a movie. I'll just wait. So I think that's a good thing because box office and reception in theaters drives studios to do things like cut 15, 20 minutes from a runtime that Ben Grimm needed, right? That Johnny Storm needed, right? That the movie as a whole, I think probably even the Silver Surfer needed that runtime, that extra runtime. So I think it's going to lead to studios interfering less with the box office in mind, specifically because Fantastic Four, yes, has had a big box office drop, but it made like hundreds of billions in I just said billions, hundreds of millions in partnerships. They partnered with Zillow, they partnered with Little Caesars, they partnered with obviously the popcorn buckets. They've got a bunch of money that's coming in aside from just the actual box office. So I think that's more going to be the future of like how well a movie does. And then you couple that up with the fact that now they're going to start casting younger actors and this, that, and the other. Like I think they're aware of this situation with the box office. I don't think it's reflective of the movie's quality, but I think it's going to actually improve the movie's quality because they're not going to start interfering, driving after that box office because they know that the money's secured elsewhere.
I don't know about that. Stefania, what do you think?
Well, it's kind of not concerning and concerning at the same time. I mean, it is Disney. They have money. It's not like they're gonna really lose money from this. Especially with like it's also because like Lilo and Stitch came out the same month and that did over 400 mil. I have actually the box office numbers right here. So Lilo and Stitch did in total gross $421 million over that. And only Fantastic Four did 198 mil. So like Disney still has the money. It's not like they're gonna go anywhere, and I think they'll just still continue making money with everything that they put out. I don't think it'll be that concerning with them casting younger actors, especially for the X-Men is what they wanted to do, and like more unknown faces because people have been asking for that. It's kind of like the number one thing that people ask for with the X-Men is just cast younger, cast new faces because people are also tired of seeing the same people over and over again in every project. I know I am. But I don't think it'll really hurt them in the long run. People still love Fantastic Four. I think, yeah, the money's important, but I think with like when people go to social media and make content and like memes about the movies that come out, especially with this one, it kind of like balances out the popularity of it. It's more like it's gotten popular. And it's not like people won't see it. They're gonna pay for Disney Plus to see it, right? So they'll get their money in from streaming, people streaming on Disney Plus and seeing the movie on there.
I hate Disney Plus.
Yeah, it was great. It was a COVID thing. It was great
Yeah.
then, but then it kind of ruined a lot after when we came back to society and we started going back to the theater and we were like, oh, I actually forgot how great it was going to the movie theater and just supporting these movies by like buying a ticket and going to see it and seeing it with people that feel the same things that you do. But yeah, Disney Plus kind of ruined a lot, especially with, them saying, we're just going to do a series on Disney Plus instead of a movie. No, guys, I'm done with the series. Just make a movie.
Yeah.
You have the money.
That reminds me of my friend. Shout out to you, Fernando. He,
Who's Fernando?
Fernando,
He's
like in the Lady Gaga song?
yeah, Fernando. Yeah, he insisted that I go watch Wicked in theaters because I didn't really have a connection to Wicked or anything like
It's
that.
a
I'm
good
like, nah,
movie.
It's a great
I'll just
movie,
wait.
yeah.
It's so good. He bought me a gift card. He's like, you're going to go watch this. Here's a gift card. And he made me go watch Wicked in theaters. So yeah, it's definitely that, if you appreciate whatever it is that's going to be on that screen, you're going to default to the theater no matter what. Right? That's going to but that's not necessarily what makes or breaks the box office. What makes or breaks the box office is it a kids movie? Is it a general audiences type of movie? The blockbuster like that doesn't really exist anymore, in my opinion. Right? It's a
What?
phenomenon. It's a phenomenon at this point.
I think
It can.
COVID hurt it, but I think it's just going to take a decade for it to come back. You know what I mean?
Put it
Like,
this way. Put it this way. Barbenheimer,
Yeah.
to me, that is a phenomenon, right? At this point, it used to be pre-COVID that every summer had a blockbuster.
Right.
There was something. At this point, if it wasn't for Barbenheimer, the box office would have been steadily declining every single year since 2020. Yeah,
I
look
don't
it
know
up.
about.
Look it up. Look it up. If you take away that Barbenheimer money, every
Hold on.
year since 2020 would have been, 2021, because it bounced back a little bit. Every year since then would have been declining.
Avatar
Sinners-
made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on Avatar.
Well,
I
listen,
cannot
the next
stand
one's coming
Avatar.
out.
Inside Out 2 made $1 billion.
Right, but I'm talking about total box office for the year.
For the year, Top Gun Maverick made $1 billion.
Total box office for the year.
Total box
And-
office.
It's been declining every year since. And
Since
then
COVID, or
Barbenheimer
just forever.
since 2021. And then Barbenheimer was the only year that it did jump back up slightly, right? It had a little bit of growth year over year. And then that's just domestic. If you look at it worldwide, if you look at it globally, the people outside of the US fucking hate movies according to that number because it's like a massive decline. So I think it's just a matter of like, it's got to have something that's like culturally tapped in to motivate people to go watch it. It's superhero genre, every genre really is just not going to get people into the theater like that. I will say Fantastic Four on my second rewatch, I did find it difficult to find tickets. So I think, when it happens, it's going to be like opening weekend type shit. And but that decline, that 68%, 66%, second weekend decline, I think that's just going to be the new norm now.
Yeah. Although the only movie that I could think of that had very little second weekend drop was Sinners.
Right.
Ooh, vampires are back, baby.
Yeah. That's the only
Yep,
movie I could think
yep.
of. I don't know. I
Again,
haven't heard of anyone else.
culturally tapped in phenomenon.
Yeah. And you know what? I think with that reasoning that you gave, I think it makes sense that Superman did do better than Fantastic Four in the box office because that like real world impact in the movie reflects like our real world today.
Oh, okay. All right. I found it. Okay.
Uh-oh.
2019. $11 billion at the box office. 2020, $2 billion.
Right.
2021, $4.5 billion. 2022, $7.3 billion. 2023, $8.9 billion. 2024, 8.6, and 2025 is not over, but it's already at 8.666. Yada yada yada. So
it's not a decline.
Which was the
but
Barbenheimer year?
2021. I'm pretty sure.
No,
Wait,
23.
No.
23. Sorry.
23.
Right. So what?
If you
2023 was 8.9. 2024 was 8.6.
Right.
Yeah.
So go back to 2022.
2022 was 7.3.
Right. It'd have been so take away the Barbenheimer money, it would have been stagnant year over year. It needed that
push.
Barbenheimer.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see the same thing with the Odyssey coming out next year. Because now after everyone saw Oppenheimer and was like, that was a great fucking movie, right? They're gonna want to see the Odyssey, especially with the stacked cast that they have. And with the popularity of Spider-Man coming out in the same year and Tom Holland being in it, it's going to just boost the numbers.
Yeah.
Speaking of boosting the numbers, are you guys still fans of Sydney Sweeney?
Oh, we talked about Sydney Sweeney last week.
Yes, but guess what?
What?
She is a registered Republican.
Oh, that was known information. That came out
Wait, what? You guys aren't surprised by this?
No, that came out like last year or something, or a few years ago, where it was like, oh yeah, her family is like Republican.
She claimed it was just her family. But Derek, did
we all figured it was her too.
Derek, before you were here, me and Derek he was reading off of Derek's Truth Social account.
Whoa. Reading off of Trump's Truth Social post.
How would you see the post if you didn't have Truth Social, Derek?
How dare you? Yeah.
What's your at on Truth Social? Follow us on Truth Social. Still scrolling.
Oh my God. It turns out I was QAnon all along, right?
You're Q?
Yeah, I'm
I
Q.
knew it. I knew it.
So if you take the D from my first name and the C from my last name and you overlay them and turn them upside down.
Your microphone, dude. Your microphone.
Your microphone.
Oh, how much cut out? All right. So if you take the D from my first name, right,
Okay,
and
Eric.
my D.
Okay,
So
now
D,
you're
yeah.
Eric.
No. Just take the letter D.
Okay, D.
Yeah, and then you take C from my last name and you overlay them.
Okay. DC.
And then enhance. You have to enhance, zoom,
Okay.
rasterize, right? And then you overlay it, right? Multiply, dodge, burn. You get Q. So that's where my Q username started from. Anyway,
I knew it.
Trump has chimed in on
Read it,
Sydney Sweeney. Okay. For the record, in case it's not clear, I don't have a Truth Social account. Okay.
Sure, Derek.
He
sure,
said-
sure.
He said that she's on the Epstein list, did he?
That'd be
What?
crazy.
That'd be
That
actually
would be crazy.
great. Well, also, I think she'd be way too young.
So she would be on the list, unfortunately, as probably a victim.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say the same thing.
yeah,
Shame
what
on
a terrible,
all of us.
what a
Shame.
terrible opening to a joke, Stefania. Oh my God.
no.
Anyway, Trump has chimed in on the Sydney Sweeney controversy. I think somebody asked him, right? A reporter was like, "What do you think about Sydney Sweeney being a Republican?" And he was like, "Oh, in that case, I love the jeans ad," which is, great to hear from the president of the United States that he defers judgment on a person based off of their political party. But he said that he took it a step further and he compared her to Taylor Swift. He said that Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there. Just look at woke singer Taylor Swift. Ever since I alerted the world as to what she was saying on Truth, so he also plugged his own social media network on there, that I can't stand her, hate, in parentheses, she was booed out of the Super Bowl and became no longer hot. So it's great, that we have a very coherent and not petty president chiming in on Taylor Swift and Sydney Sweeney for some reason. So
And a married man saying, "Yeah, this young blonde is hot. Her jeans ad is
yes,
hot."
yep,
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Number one, we are coming off of probably the most powerful Taylor Swift have ever been in her career. So I don't know where he's getting she's a failing artist or that she's booed out of stadiums. Did he
delusion.
not hear about the Eras tour? Like literally, I don't think we've seen a singer that has that much cultural power in a long time.
Yeah,
Enough to make her fans buy her songs twice for no
Yeah.
reason. Like I think she has a lot of power still, and she dated the Supergirl guy. What's his name?
They're still dating.
they're still
what's his
dating.
name?
Travis
Yeah.
Kelce.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. So I don't know where that's coming from. As far as Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle, we this was the point. This was the plan, right? Like she wanted I don't know, not the eugenics thing or whatever, but like I don't
She
know.
wanted the
backlash.
sex.
She wanted
Yeah,
the
the
backlash.
backlash.
Yeah.
The backlash
Yeah.
is the point, right?
Mhm.
And I think we kind of have to realize that cancel culture is officially dead when Sydney Sweeney can just pull this with confidence that it would help her career. That with confidence that this will help Sydney Sweeney. Her career will not be affected by this. In
Well,
fact, it will help. I
Listen,
guarantee it.
it also helps that she is like a white blonde female who is like hot and guys are all over her type of thing, and that helps.
Yeah.
We can't put that aside and pretend that that's not true. That's true.
Yeah, I think the extent to which this has gone, I don't think that was anticipated. I think it was very much like
No, they
the
wanted
idea.
this. People are buying the American Eagle jeans. They're in control of the conversation. Sydney Sweeney is trending for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think that they anticipated an 80-year-old man to be like, "Oh, she's so hot,"
Yeah.
The president, who's the president of the United States. I don't think that's where they wanted it to go per se, but that's where it went, and that's what they're stuck with at this point. So, like, it's just very weird to me, but it's also a very clear image of like, okay, so MAGA loves to talk about like pandering and all this nonsense, right? American Eagle, Aerie, they have basically thrown away all goodwill that they had with anyone left of center. Because for years, they were all about body positivity. We're no longer photoshopping and retouching the models. Look at the diverse set of models, different size women that are modeling as well. And then in just one ad, that's all gone. And then
don't think it
just a
is.
week later, dude, you
Okay,
got Donald
okay.
Trump supporting American Eagle. You're telling me
Yeah.
that the left is not gonna like protest the same way the right protested Nike with Colin Kaepernick? They're
Here's
absolutely
the
gonna
thing,
do
though.
that.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I would in a perfect world, I would want that to happen. For our side to still have enough cultural power for the hurt American Eagles bottom line, but by the numbers and prove by people who are canceled, who were canceled, especially I feel like this is also just 4chan culture going mainstream, but that's a whole other podcast. Cancel culture doesn't affect as much as we think.
No.
It doesn't.
It never did. It never
No.
did.
The whole plan was to trigger, to trigger the left, to trigger
Yeah.
the libs. That's and it's working.
They owned us.
Their stock prices went up after this.
Oh,
You know what
I mean, they took a shit after though. That was just the initial
is it I mean,
reaction.
okay, let's circle back in a week to see if
Right.
American Eagle is fine, or maybe a month to see if American Eagle is fine. But the confidence to pull this ad off and to know that everything's going to be fine, because unfortunately Republicans buy jeans too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that it's true. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Now, what
Over
about-
there-
Go ahead,
We
Justin.
all started talking at the same time, and we all stopped to be nice to each other.
Who goes?
Derek, go.
Go, Stefania.
I go.
No, Stefania.
No,
Go.
we all can't say different.
No, mine is a different topic. So go, Derek.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, yeah, I agree with you. Overall, it's a net positive for American Eagle. Like they'll be fine, especially with the fast fashion machine the way it is. Like it was all about just making the next influx of money to continue to write off whatever loss or whatever bullshit. Like they'll be fine for sure, absolutely. Cancel culture was never really a thing, in my opinion. I think cancel culture, in that sense, where it's like, oh, you're pitchfork and torches or whatever. I think that's a whole like fabrication of the right, where they took something like accountability and turned it into like this weird thing that seems evil. They did it with global warming, right? They turned that into climate change to seem it less harmful than it actually is, and then kind of let them kind of get away with continuing to pillage the planet. They did that with cancel culture, right? It's just, hey, accountability, this person did something that is bad. Oh, no, cancel culture, the left is trying to like persecute everybody for every little mistake that they make. And it's like, hey, sure, maybe this was a misstep, this is a mistake. But the majority of what they're calling cancel culture is literally like people committing crimes and people wanting to like, wanting them to be held accountable, right?
Oh,
like,
wait,
hey,
did you guys talk about the South Park episode yet?
No.
Last week?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh my gosh, Stefania, you didn't see the new episode of South Park? I hate South Park, by the way.
I heard what happened in it.
Yeah. Anyways, a brief aside for the, like, I guess, people who didn't hear it in the last 2 weeks. South Park had the premiere. It was the best premiere they ever did by the numbers.
Yeah.
Because they were skewering the Paramount deal, the cancellation of Colbert, and they had a naked Donald Trump with a very tiny, tiny penis on it. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dang, they still have a fastball. But to bring that up, all that to say that South Park is like the original people of like, if we push the envelope, we're going to get rewarded for it. And American Eagle's doing the same thing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
Yeah, for sure.
But also, like, right after, Dunkin comes out with that ad.
What
you know what I'm talking about?
There's another ad?
There's another ad.
Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
Oh no, is Dunkin' Donuts like, oh, we support ice or something?
No,
Iced
so you know how the whole like eugenics thing, you know how like the whole eugenics thing of like the Sydney Sweeney thing, right?
Yeah.
And then like I don't know if it was the day after, but Duncan came out with it's the actor from I don't know some like romance show, whatever. The
genetics obsessed ad.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Pause.
You didn't see that?
It's not a parody. It's not making fun of Sydney Sweeney. It's a unironic ad.
Yeah.
Oh, I have not seen this. No.
Oh wow. Well.
Okay, hold on.
Holy shit! What is going on today with Stefania having watched something and not us?
Wow.
We dropped the ball here. We dropped the ball here, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay, let's share with the class. Hold on.
I'm so shocked. I was barely on social media this week too, and I saw that.
Okay. Can everyone see it? All right.
I already hate it, but yes, I can see
Look,
it.
I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged.
Okay, it's not as bad as I thought.
The Golden Hour refresher, only a Dunkin'.
No, but it's ironic that it comes out right after the Sydney Sweeney thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on.
Hold
on. This isn't okay. This one is not eugenics coded.
No.
It is definitely aimed at white people. Because what the fuck is that?
Yeah. I was like,
what in the OC am I looking at?
I was like, what are the odds? What are the odds that American Eagle drops this Sydney Sweeney ad, which is much worse than this one, right? and then Dunkin comes out with like a similar thing, not as bad, but similar thing right after, like a day later. And everyone was just pointing it out, and it was like, what? What is going on?
This Dunkin' ad is why we need DEI. Because what is this? The fuck is this? What in the Laguna Beach did I just watch?
People are like, this is like blonde hair, blue-eyed coded.
He does have bright blue hair. Oh my god!
This is Aryan race coded.
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad, but it was just.
It's still pretty.
It's the wording.
It's bad because it's just bad.
They could have used a different word ad, like the wording. They could have just scratched this whole thing and just done something else with like summer and sun and all that. You know.
They could have just done the whole ad without that sentence about genetics.
They could have.
I'm conflicted about this because I was once a child who was also singing "I Got It." You know that song, "I Got It from My Mama." Is that
That's different
genetics?
though. That's different. Yeah.
Is it?
That's not the same.
Yeah, that's not
so
the
if
same.
I make a Dunkin' Donuts ad, I'm like, yeah, I love spending time out in the sun. Especially because I don't have to put as much sunscreen as this guy from Laguna Beach. That's why I love Dunkin' Donuts Golden Refreshers.
Here's the thing.
Would that be okay? Would I be canceled?
Here's the thing. Justin, I don't know if you know this. You're black, bro.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that Office episode where it's like, you're black, Stanley, Obama's president. Oh, when he like faints.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, at least with the Sydney Sweeney ad, it's like your appearance. It's tied to your appearance, and it's like, you know, you wear the jeans, you look better. There's a connection there in terms of like how it's being marketed. This stupid ass Dunkin' Donuts ad is
has
like
nothing to do with genetics.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with how you look, bro.
It's pretty weird. It does come out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? But the fact that they can pull it off, the fact that they can say that, like, oh, they're not gonna catch this. No one's gonna care. Everyone's gonna keep buying Dunkin' Donuts. Is bad. Oh my gosh, I can't.
It's also color graded. It's also color graded. Very much like it's supposed to be like, oh, Golden Summer or whatever, but it looks like a fucking Ryan Murphy knockoff show. You know, like a what is it? Not a Horror Story. The Menendez Brothers show.
Oh, where it's like very
where
warm
like
toned.
rich. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean,
like...
it kind of makes sense because they're talking about summer, and in summer it's all like warm yellow tones, right? So
yeah. I'm just chopping this one up to bad marketing team. Like hire somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, not because it's offensive, just because it's bad.
Yeah, have a new writer.
Hire us. We'll be sure to make it not eugenics coded.
We'll put a black guy in your commercial.
Yeah,
unless you don't want to. Unless you don't want to, then you know.
We are literally offering DEI, guys.
Yeah, this is literally like our little melting pot right here. We have all three different cultures right here.
Yeah.
Remember when I didn't know Stefania was white? That's crazy. Anyways,
a lot of people think that, so you're not alone.
We're white passing. We're white. Well, here's the thing. Is I am white passing, even though I'm technically not. Right? Stefania is a different story though, because apparently there's a debate as to whether Italian people are white or not.
Oh yeah, what year is it?
Oh my god. Or they're just not real. That whole thing where Italians aren't real. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You don't remember that whole thing on social media where it was like, I wish Italians were real.
What are you talking?
You don't?
What feed are you guys scrolling?
This is like 3 years ago.
This podcast, still scrolling. Anyways, do we have time for Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a good one.
Perfect.
Right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Am I the asshole for throwing away my friend's wedding ring?
Listen, throwing it away when you could cash it in is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be like,
I'm going to
yes.
say yes. Yeah. I'm going to say strictly based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a close friend who I've known for about 6 years now. She's incredibly kind, compassionate, loving person, and she has struggled with addiction to opiates since she was in her teens. She got married a year or two ago to the wrong guy, and they are in the process of getting a divorce. As a result, she's been staying with a friend in the next town who has the same substance of choice. Her doctor lives closer to me, so sometimes she will crash on my couch to make sure she gets there on time the next day. When she's staying here, the rule has always been that if she has to use opiates, she has to go to the detached garage to do it because I have a cat who is prone to just wandering around wherever people are to see what's up. She stayed over recently, and it was late when she got here. She was not feeling great, so I told her this time she could do it in the bathroom with the door closed as long as she cleaned the area really well after she was done. She promised she would just chill in the bathtub while she smoked her stuff so she could just rinse the tub out when she was done. The next morning, I'm still in bed, and she leaves for her appointment. When I go to the bathroom, I see a zippered pouch in the middle of the tub, which I confirm is where her pipes and tinfoil and lighters and stuff are. I am pissed off, and I zip it up and I put it on a shelf where my cat won't get it, and I thoroughly clean the bathroom. I don't hear from her for a week, and I don't want that stuff anywhere in my house. So eventually, I throw it away. Yesterday, and a month later, we finally crossed paths, and she asked if she could get the pouch back. I tell her I threw it away after a while because I saw a bunch of used paraphernalia, and she knew how I felt about that. She then tells me her wedding ring was in there. I feel like an asshole for not giving her a heads up that I was going to toss it, but I also feel like she let me down by leaving that stuff here in the first place. I don't know if I did the right thing, but I do give her money for the loss. Or move on? Am I the asshole? What should I do?
Bitch, you're an asshole for letting your friend do drugs in your fucking
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah, you're an asshole for a different reason.
Interesting. Okay.
Like hardcore drugs. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
like, oh, I did marijuana. No,
Yeah.
like crack. She's
Yeah.
smoking crack in your bathroom, and she's a recovering
Usually
addict.
in the garage.
Yeah.
Usually in the garage. In her
Oh,
defense.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, she's an asshole for not
Letting
trying
your
to
friend do drugs
letting
in
your friend do
house.
drugs, not trying to like help her get off them.
Wow.
Crazy.
This is a PSA for anybody watching. Okay.
Don't do drugs.
Or listening.
Don't do drugs. Right? First of all, don't do drugs. Second of all, it's okay to set boundaries with people that are addicts. If they're going to be friends with you, if you have a prior relationship, if they're family, it's okay to tell them, do not do drugs around me or my house. And if they cannot respect that, that is unfortunately a connection that may not continue to be in your life. But it's more important to set that boundary with them for their benefit and yours than to find yourself in a situation where they are literally doing illegal substances in your house.
So you're changing your mind? You were pretty confident. Both of you said that she
Oh,
was an
no,
asshole.
no,
she was an asshole. She was an asshole.
For
but
throwing
I'm
the
changing
pouch away.
for throwing the ring away. But now she's still an asshole for everything else
Yeah.
in that story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think the ring was in that pouch.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
There's
Like,
a
why
real
would you put your
possibility
ring
that she's
in?
lying.
Yeah, why would you put your ring in that pouch? Makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Were you not
maybe
wearing
because
the
you
ring
inject
while
it
you were?
into your fingers? Guys,
I don't know how it works.
heroin works.
No,
You inject it.
Yeah, but like people usually do it in their arm. I think
Not their fingers.
Anywhere there's a
anywhere
vein.
there's a
Okay,
vein. But I think
comments?
arm is like the
Could you
easiest.
help us?
But I don't
Listeners,
think
if you have
that-
experience, can you help?
PSA: please do not do drugs. Anyway, so I don't. It doesn't make sense for me that she would take off her wedding ring unless she doesn't want to get anything on it. But like, would you even? I don't know how it works, but it doesn't make sense for her to take off the ring for her to do that.
Interesting. Okay, so I think not the asshole. You're the asshole for letting someone do drugs in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyways,
Yeah.
do we have time for one more? I have a really good one.
Yeah.
Sure.
One more, okay. Last one, I promise. Am I the asshole for leaving a trip early because it got too expensive?
No.
Wow.
In this economy? Come on.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see if you change your mind again. Okay. I, female 28, went on a bachelorette for the weekend. Prior to the trip, I let the group chat know that I'm on a budget and need to know the expenses in advance before I can agree. We all agreed on around $500, which I thought was doable. Before getting there, we paid for the hotel and ride around since we were drinking, which was $300. We split to where the bride wouldn't pay for these, which I was fine with. Then, when I arrived, we had our dinner planned and we went to a fancy restaurant. I ordered the cheapest meal and then one of the girls took the bill and paid. Then, the following day, I asked how much the tip was to pay my portion and the girls responded to just split the check. And I said, no, my meal was nothing compared to them. Then they expected us to pay for the bride for everything she's ordered the entire trip while she's getting the most expensive meals and drinks and flights at places. Then said, why would you come here and not pay everything for her? I understand paying for certain things for the bride, but I wasn't expecting to pay for an entire trip. Other bachelorettes I've been on didn't do that. However, if they would have told me in advance, I could have planned, and everyone knew but me. I told the bride that the girls were rude and I can't afford to stay and I'm uncomfortable. She said it was fine, she appreciated my time, and keep in mind, I wasn't invited to the wedding because she couldn't afford it. Then uninvited me to the bridal shower as a friend. Am I the asshole?
Man,
No.
Yes, I think she's the asshole.
What?
Justin.
Yes.
Justin.
You're the
Justin.
asshole.
Justin.
Yes,
Justin
absolutely,
Jordan.
she's the asshole.
Absolutely
Jordan.
not. Absolutely not.
You know what? Where's Freddie? Where's Freddie?
He's right here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pick him up. You cannot be trusted to take care of Freddie. If you think that this lady is the asshole in this situation.
Yes, absolutely. 1000%.
So what's your reason why? Now I gotta hear.
Because number one, you have the ability, everyone has a supercomputer in your pocket to look up what the prices are of everything you need to do beforehand. Number one. Number two, you also have the ability to use your mouth and talk through these things before you put down that friend puts down the card. If you say, hey, I just want to pay for my meal, you talk to the waiter, talk to your friend, hey guys, I'm just paying for my portion of the meal. Instead, she let her friend pay and never said, and then backed out like, ooh, I don't want to do that. That's a conversation before the bill comes. And now everyone's paid and everyone else has agreed to this, but you didn't open up your mouth to say something in the first place? Come on, dude. And number three, you're going to leave the entire trip? You don't have to leave the entire trip. Stay, like, you could stay at the Airbnb, go to the free things. Your friend is getting married and you can't just hang around. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to spend money just to spend time with the bride. But also, the bride didn't invite you to the wedding in the first place. Why are you even there? You know what I mean? I'm like, take the hint. You know what I mean? I don't think that she's a horrible person, but she also has the ability to mitigate every situation in this post.
Okay, she is. Okay. All right. I apologize for threatening to take custody of your dog away from you. Okay.
You say something. If you can't afford it, we're already on the trip.
Well,
You know
she
what I'm
did
saying?
say something before the trip saying, hey, I'm on a budget. Like, I'm not trying to spend that much. And also, like, if that person offered to pay, then, like, what are you going to do about it? I mean, she could have said it, right? But the next day, the friends could have been like, oh yeah, this is how much your portion was or whatever. Like if she kept the receipt or something like that. Or just Venmo me this much. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you could have been nice like that and be like, because you know your friend is trying to stay on budget. You could have been like, just Venmo me this. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But no, she was like, no, we're going to pay for the bride. We're going to pay for whatever the bride is getting. Like, okay, first of all, here, a lot of people nowadays for weddings and stuff, the bride and groom are paying it themselves, or bride or groom and groom. We don't discriminate here. But they're paying for themselves. There's no one paying for the wedding for them unless they come from a really wealthy, rich family and blah, blah, blah. But majority of the people, majority of Americans here do not have that kind of money. So, like,
But also, you can't buy the bride a drink.
sure, like a drink.
That's customary. That's
Drink.
normal.
Yeah, sure. But, like, also as the bride, you shouldn't feel obligated to, like, have people pay for you. Like, you shouldn't expect people to be paying for you for things, right? Maybe like, yeah, a drink, sure.
True.
It would be nice to be like, yeah, it'd be cool if someone bought me a drink, whatever, but like I'm totally fine with like paying for my own stuff, right? And a lot of people nowadays don't have big weddings like that because they can't afford big weddings like that. Because it's coming out of their pocket, right?
Mhm.
So, and you have to, it's kind of sucks that like her friend, she didn't invite her friend to the wedding because of budget reasons. Like that's ironic, right? I mean,
Yeah.
she's there maybe she got invited to the bachelorette. Maybe that's why she went. Like she was invited to that, but not anything else, which is still messed up. But I don't think like she was the asshole for like leaving early because she got uncomfortable. She said she got uncomfortable. She's like, I don't want to be around them and stuff. So she had to leave. Sometimes you just have to put a space between people after like uncomfortable situations like that. And she probably thought that throughout the rest of the trip that her friends were gonna expect like everyone to pay for the bride for everything, and the bride was getting like expensive stuff. She was saying that.
She is the least of the assholes. She's more like assholes can be victims too, right?
Yeah.
So
Everyone's an asshole here.
everyone's an asshole here, but she is the victim of the apex assholes in the group. It just sounds like a shitty episode of White Lotus, right?
But okay,
Everybody's
so
rich and she's the broke bitch. So
I don't know where they're going, but also her budget was $500 and you already spent $300 just riding around.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
like,
Did you get a limousine?
Like-
what's happening?
well, Uber
Yeah.
is not cheap as well. Also, I don't know how many girls are.
$300 worth of Uber though.
I don't know how
Well, no,
much
hold
how
on.
many people are on this trip though.
yeah, hold on. You were saying it as if like she spent too much. I think she spent like right on par, right? Like living down here, $300 goes in a weekend real quick if
Yeah.
you're not careful. So to me, it's more the questionable thing is like if your budget was $500, you should have maybe not gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, unless they're having a bachelorette in like Idaho or something, you know, like
Yeah,
a cheap
most
area,
likely-
which I doubt.
Yeah, most likely they're like in Miami or in Vegas or
Yeah,
like
Louisiana.
somewhere warm, somewhere south or an island or something like that, or Mexico, whatever. So,
Dang, definitely the asshole. Make more money.
oh,
Yeah.
Invest
Why
in
are you
crypto.
poor? Stop being a broke bitch, all right? Look, I say this as a broke boy, all right? Stop being broke.
Oh my gosh. That is our show today. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at Still Scrolling. We'll be back next week, right? Same time, same Still Scrolling channel. And I think that's it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and just don't be broke. Don't be poor.
Oh, wait, Derek. Wasn't there
Oh,
something
what?
that you wanted to make us say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the music's playing, so...
Yeah.
And we're back. If you're still listening, if you're still watching, this is our very first Still Scrolling post-credit scene. Okay? And it's going to basically just be me teaching you two how to say "ño." All right?
I swear to God.
That is it's a Spanish. It's actually Spanish kind of slang because the real word is coño, right? Or coño, right? Depends how you say it. It's a very versatile word, okay? Don't say it in front of just anybody, the full word.
Are
right?
you
Because
making us curse? Am I saying a slur?
No, you're not saying a slur, but depending on who you say this to, where they're from, the word coño could mean vagina. So don't say the full. Don't.
Oh, what the
So don't
heck?
ever.
Oh,
So don't.
God,
Hold
man,
on.
No, wait.
Hold on. hold on. So don't ever say the full word because that one is up for debate depending on where you come from. But the word nyo, that's fine. Okay. That's just the abbreviated slang
This
version
is a
of the word.
slur. I'm gonna get
It's
in
not
trouble.
a slur. It's not a slur, Justin. All right. Nyo can be used in many instances. It could be used as
I'm
shock.
so suspicious right now.
It could be used as shock, right? You see the sticker price of a car, you see that unexpected bill that came in, and you say, "No, eso está caro," right? And it's basically like saying, "Damn, that's expensive," right? It could be used almost as a compliment, right? You see a very attractive person walk by, right? You see a hot dude walk by, Stefania, and you see that man, and you say, "No."
I
Right? It's
stand
like,
and I say vagina.
no, that is the full
No, this
word.
is what you're gonna say. Best addition to the soundboard ever. I swear to God.
ever. Where was I? Oh, so you see a hot dude walk by and you say,
You say
It's on stream.
"He's on stream." Nyo. Right? This is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
You could see something. Crazy happening, right? Actually, in the movie Friday, when they're like, "Damn, what is it that they're watching?" They're watching somebody like get knocked out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could use it in that context too. Something crazy happens, you could say "no," like that. So go ahead and give it a shot, guys. You know, give me your best.
You're gonna clip
Give me your
this.
best-
You're gonna clip it. You're gonna clip it.
No.
How am I gonna clip it?
You're gonna clip it. You're gonna clip
So
it.
that you say "co no," and then boom, you said vagina in Spanish.
Yes. I'm not falling for it, Derek. I'm
So
not
like,
falling
by the
for-
way, it's literally like just one country that thinks that word. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's also
Come-
like, I'll give you a similar example. The way you say bug in Spanish, right? Depending
Bug.
on where you're from,
Insecto.
you say bicho, right?
Oh.
Yeah, don't say it, because if you know a Puerto Rican person and they hear you say bicho, they're thinking you're talking about somebody's dick, because to them bicho is dick.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Derek is trying to get us canceled, but maybe we'll get Republican followers if we get canceled.
We can do it. We'll come full circle. Definitely not Puerto Ricans. I just said dick at them like 3 times. So
Oh my gosh. Get out. We're done.
it's a real thing.